Kinda need somebody to talk.
Yeah, sure you do. It takes about 5 to 10 seconds for things to come around. But I'm pretty sure it's working correctly now.
Yeah, it's working.
Good.
It's only coming in the left for me.
Only on the left, how odd.
Only you, though.
Only me on the left. Okay, I think I can fix that. Is this any better?
Oh, a lot better.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. I downmixed myself to mono, and that should be appropriate. I don't know why it was only playing in one ear that way. Anyway, Nanny Boo Boo has presented this offer to you and explained in a very simple terms how the ritual goes forth.
So she
Okay.
comes back as herself. She doesn't come back as the Terrafolk, right?
Mm-hmm. The soul is just a source of power. Nothing else. The soul is not you. Not in the slightest.
Now, when you say power, does that mean it would have to, like, keep being replenished with more souls in order to keep going?
Only if your friend wants to be a lich.
I mean, is that a bad thing?
Aren't you a paladin? She looks at your
No.
armor and your sigils of various gods and whatnot.
I'm not a paladin.
Oh, you must be one of those clerics.
Ding, 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 give the lady a prize.
You should follow my god. Look at the gifts he gives me. I can resurrect the dead.
Tempting, but I got my own thing right now.
And she continues working on dinner and commanding the flying monkeys, waiting for you lot to make a decision.
It's got my vote.
Yeah, I think we should do it.
I'm going to ask the group if we could talk outside for a bit. Not to actually talk outside, but so that I can discreetly cast Detect Thoughts and then go back into the tent and just continue our conversation, but I'm going to be keyed in on Nanny Poo Poo's thoughts to see what she's thinking about.
One thing is that you probably don't have Inite's body with you.
Not yet. No, that's still down in the canoe, I would imagine.
Yeah, so if you wanted to take some time to bring it up, you could, or you can just talk outside and cast your spell.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the body up here, and as we approach, I'll cast the spell, and we can go in and talk more. And once that's that'll be more of a better, I think, an excuse. So
Okie dokie.
What spell was that again? Can you put it in?
yeah, give me just a second.
Another wall of thoughts. So what specifically do you want from the detect thoughts?
I'm not going to do the probe thoughts that causes a saving throw. I'm just reading her service thoughts.
She's very excited about dinner, and she is being gracious in giving you this offer. Very happy that you took care of the Terra folk for her and provided her sustenance for a while. You see her going over recipes for Terra folk meat in her mind.
And if I mention my concerns about, her being like undead or anything like that, or
You
my
see that
comment before about the soul not lasting long or anything like
you do see that she hasn't told you the whole truth about that at the surface. She's not being completely transparent with you about how this spell works.
I'll telepathically relay that to the others.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, as long as I've still got the spell up, which probably won't last too much longer, because it's only a minute, I can actually hear people's thoughts in response to me saying things telepathically. So that's
Sitting in her hut while you discuss these things amongst yourselves with the telepathy going back and forth and reading other people's thoughts. You notice various skeletons, little lizard skeletons, little birds. It looks like she has a cauldron in the corner made of cast iron, and there are several swords stuffed into it with chains wrapped around them, and a large pile of dirt within it, and several markings etched on the front in white chalk or lye or some other sort of dust that caused it to etch itself into the cauldron. And little offerings, 3 cups in front of it.
aside from the flying monkeys, we haven't seen any other signs of life in this area, have
Correct. There's just the Terra folk and her living in Imbala.
Alright, I'll be the one to ask. I'll ask her, how have you survived here for so long on your own?
Well, I have the monkeys, and my god, Miracle, he grants me time on this plane to work for him.
No offense to your flying monkeys, they seem very handy, but they do not seem that they would be enough to protect you from those terrafolks that you had us take care of.
True, true. Just like any adherent of a god, I have certain abilities, but, I try not to use them too much.
And doing this favor for us, helping us return our friend, will not bother your god?
Oh no, not at all.
Did we get the body already?
Yeah.
Yes, we did bring it back up with us.
Relatively easy to do so. You just make a sled or a race or whatever it is and bring her up.
Dragger.
Wakes up with a concussion and internal hemorrhaging and dies immediately.
I can heal this. I can heal this.
I think unless Varys is gonna put his foot down.
It's gonna go
Rest goes to
forward,
sleep.
it seems.
Let's have fun.
I'm gonna just I don't know too much about whatever kind of magic she's using, but if it seems like it's gonna be kind of raise the dead-y, not like, raise dead back to life, but, zombie, I'll try to interfere, but otherwise I'll hold my
As far as you can tell, make an insight check.
Ooh.
Ooh. Wasn't expecting that, honestly.
From what you know of people like her, and from looking around her hut and everything you see there, you are almost certain it is a necromantic ritual. And the person will probably be undead when they come back, but they will be themselves, just undead.
She cannot go back to the city if she's undead, can she?
I'm thinking probably not. And also, as a acolyte, probably one of the worst things you could do to her.
Yeah, she'd probably resent us.
Yeah,
Inete's,
I'll interfere.
Inete's
There's
main
only a way to
mission
one.
was to come down to the Aldani Basin looking for an outpost of the Red Wizards of Thay, which is an organization dedicated to lichdom and creating more liches for themselves. So she probably would not like being undead, for sure.
Yeah, I'll interfere in the ritual.
Uh,
So you're saying no, or you're letting her do the ritual and then interfering?
No, I'm interrupting it.
Okay.
You say no.
As she's about to put the ruby down into Inete's forehead, you reach out and stop her. What are you doing? It's almost finished.
That is why I have to stop you. I have seen enough of this ritual to know that you have not been forthcoming with us, and she will not come back to life. She will be undead.
And what's wrong with that?
It is against everything that she stood for in life.
Fine. Be gone from my sight, then. I won't help you again. Leave the body.
So that you can do with it as you please? I think not. We shall take her back to the villages we had planned.
If you say so. She's sizing you up, trying to determine whether or not she wants to force you guys to give up the body. She assumes that since you took down the Terra folk, it's not likely a good idea to do that, and decides to live another day and lets you go with Inete.
Well, what now?
yeah. Carry the body back down.
Yeah. Back to the boat.
So I apologize for this. I know it would have been nice to not be burdened with the guilt of her death, but I do not believe she would have wanted this.
As you lot head down the pathway from Mbala, you see two people running through a wooded, a jungled section of the basin off to the east near the base of the sheer cliff. It looks to be a gentleman and his companion, who appears to be Dragonborn, running feverishly across the jungle, trying to escape something. Quick, Dragonbait, we gotta go! As they
What's
rush
chasing
quickly.
them?
As soon as you ask to yourself what's chasing them, you see a Tyrannosaurus crashing through the jungle directly after them. looking to eat them, gnashing its jaws as Artis and his friend run further into the jungle. And as soon as you see them, they disappear back into the weeded and overbearing bits of Chult.
Now, you said the name, but we didn't hear the name, right?
You did not hear the name, but he matches
Okay.
the description that has been given you lot of Artis and his companion.
That thing
Part
looks
of me thinks
scary.
we should give chase, and part of me saw what was already chasing them and would like no part of that.
We can take it.
She can take it. I don't think we're gonna survive it.
While you were up top in Imbala, you did see a few things. You saw a floating structure in the distance to the far east, southeast of the Aldani Basin. It looks to be a floating earth moat in the shape of a heart. Veins and everything. To the west, you see the remains of something you're unsure of. But it is a large tower. You don't know what lives there, but it peaks up above the fronds of the jungle. And there's also the Aldani Basin below. What would you like to do?
You said we had also seen a wreck of some kind?
Yes, all the way to the south. It's very, very far, but it's the wreck of a ship.
Do we know if there's any other river access to the basin? Because I don't see a ship going up the way we went.
Let's transfer over to the player's map. So as we can see, you guys are on the river Soshenstar. And the wreck is closer to the Valley of Lost Honor, and you don't see any rivers that have access to that wreck, but you don't know how long it's been and whether or not the rivers have dried up or it found its way through a flooded plain, some other fashion.
If we are the first to discover it, there could be plenty in the hold that is worth scouting out.
I agree. Let's ignore that giant dinosaur.
You guys are no fun.
No, we gotta stay alive.
And we still don't have any other leads aside from somewhere in the basin as to where the Wizards of Thay were supposed.
The Wizards of Thay have a presence within the Aldani Basin, and Inate was going to try and find them. So you can continue searching the Aldani Basin, or you could try asking about that floating earth moat to the southeast.
And the Earth mode is nearer by than the wreck or the tower.
Yeah, I'll put up some markers for you. So the X is the earth moat. See if I can get that one. The first square to your west of Imbala is the large spiry thing that you saw to the west. And then the wreck is even further south. Let me see if I can grab that.
Oh yeah, that's a way off.
Let me open up some of the Aldani Basin for you. You can see about that far. But from the upper cliff, you can see over most of the fog and everything down towards that X mark. You see there's shore down the southeast edge of the Aldani Basin.
Yeah, so we could go south, the middle. Make a decision later about which X we head towards.
Yeah, the only one that would be difficult to come back to, you'd have to backtrack, would be the one to the west.
Was anyone interested in that? The west?
I suspect this will probably not be the last we hear of Nanny Poo Poo, so if we do need to return, we can head back that way.
Sounds good. Alright, so you guys are headed down that way. You have more than enough food and water, and the first night you take a rest, anyone who chooses to can identify the jug that you got from Camp Righteous.
What?
How do we do that?
Per the rules in D&D, you can take a full hour during your short rest, which is just resting each night for you guys, to identify an item. It does not require a spell to be cast.
Huh.
And it is an alchemy jug. Let me see if I can find the thing. There it is.
Didn't we find one?
Yeah, I thought we already knew what it was.
Yes, but
We,
now
the
you-
players, knew, but we never actually identified it as characters.
And now you guys
Oh.
actually know exactly what it does. It can produce a liquid, 2 gallons per minute. And I've shown it to all the players. They can produce acid, mayonnaise, honey, beer, vinegar, water, wine, oil,
Mayonnaise?
Please, not
mayonnaise.
That's so weird. Mayonnaise.
Oh, it
Please
also
don't.
Now, here's
produces-
the best part about this is consider the setting, how hot it is, producing mayonnaise.
Yeah.
No.
Jesus, no.
No mayonnaise, yogurt, or milk.
So this is able to produce 8 gallons of fresh water. Let's see, per day is it? Or...
Water or lemonade, yes.
Yes, you can only use it to produce the maximum amount of one liquid each day. You already have enough water to last you, so you don't need to use it for water unless you're in dire emergencies. But you can produce poison, beer, honey, acid, salt water, vinegar, wine. You can get drunk all you like.
The power gamer in me says poison is the thing that sells for the most, but the RPer in me is like, free wine.
Now you only get 1 gallon of wine, so we have to go with beer. Get 4 gallons of beer.
Yeah, but then there's the alcohol content between the two of them. Anyway, you guys head
And
down.
remember, it's going to be warm beer. Wine can be served warm. Beer
Yes.
should not be served warm.
I need somebody to draw me the line that you guys are going to be traveling from where you are now to the southeast shore of the Aldani Basin. That's a pretty straight shot.
Wanna head straight?
Yeah, I need to see how many days. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hexes. at-
Anything that would indicate that taking a straight route would be dangerous.
You don't really see much danger in this area. And especially when you were up on the cliff face, looking down, it seems to be just wild animals, and you can easily get out of their way. They're not terribly interested in you most of the time. You see some what look like herons sitting out on rocks and whatnot. You see some dinosaurs foraging on some of the shores to the west. They're herbivores. They're not looking to hurt you. So it's 5 days divided by 2, which makes about 3 days travel. It's not going to be terribly difficult to get down there. I need 1 perception check from a person who's the lookout.
Well, that's usually me.
I got a 4 perception.
Same.
And same for me as well. So anybody who feels like it. I feel like I always do it, so somebody else that wants to can do it.
Zavara notices, as you're going along, what looks to be like the trail of an explorer. And as you
Someone
begin
else has been here.
As you begin to investigate, it looks like they had some issues, and you see half. You finally stumble upon the half body of the corpse. Strewn among a group of rocks, small water pools, and rocks, with these herons sitting upon them, strewn about this area.
Evil herons?
Birds. Big birds.
Evil birds?
I don't know if they're evil.
I'm not gonna lie, when you said rocks at first, I thought you meant ROC rocks, and I was like, oh shit, we're just dead.
The birds don't look too terribly interested in you, but there is a corpse there. Until you hear one of the birds speak out. Ooh. Ooh. But let's roll initiative.
Oh, there's 4 birds.
Yes, indeed there are. Quasha goes first, if he wishes. Or Varys.
Grab my sprite just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did that a bit late.
Let me just look at Kawasha's spells real quick. They haven't done anything hostile yet, correct?
No, not yet.
He's gonna go ahead and cast Speak with Animals.
Alright.
Because he doesn't know I can do that myself, so. So I'm not gonna bother trying to figure out a voice for him. I'm just going to say that he would call out to them and say, we do not wish to intrude on your territory. If you want us to leave, we will do so in peace.
No, it's fine. Fine. Come closer. See the corpse. And they're speaking in common.
That's not suspicious at all.
Let me draw the corpse on the map for you.
Beautiful.
Looks like a gummy bear.
Don't eat it. Anything else for Kawasha?
Uh, I think even he would be a little suspicious of that, so he is not going to step forward himself, and that'll be his turn.
It looks like a red Gumby.
It is a red Gumby. How did you know? Around these branches and trees in some of the marsh-like entities, you see small little huts that these birds have constructed. Looks like they live in them. Ferris.
Honestly forgot I was going to go twice in a row. I am just going to...
You can also spend your reaction to ready an action.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to ready... I don't really even have a ranged attack anymore. I guess I can ready an Eldritch Bolt, or Eldritch Blast rather. So I'll ready an Eldritch Blast in case they do take hostile action.
Alright, make sure that you mark yourself with a readied action. Whatever icon is appropriate. The Elvis are just sitting, watching you, waiting for your action, insisting that you go investigate the corpse. They take no action at the moment, except... Except sitting there, waiting for you to do something. None of them get closer. Zavara.
Fuck it. I'll go look at the corpse.
As you start moving towards the corpse, you hear a soft sound come out of its mouth. Help me. Even though it looks to be chomped in half. I'm waiting for your movement, Zavara.
Oh, right. Can I cast Cure Wounds on it from here?
You have to touch him.
Can I touch its foot?
Of course. If you could find it. Hold on, let me adjust him. Do I have
Yeah,
a...
he's cut in half, no?
Yeah.
Like, he's only got torso.
Sorry I drew his legs.
Yeah, you gave me a leg.
He is only the upper torso.
He's
Okay.
he's done. He's gone.
I'm gonna help. I'm helping.
You hear a chorus of laughter from the herons. As you see the giant rock to the right of you come up out of the swamp.
What?
As it gets an attack of opportunity while it was waiting for you, it tries to bite you. As you investigate this corpse,
Giant crocodile.
Oh.
You notice that this person is very clearly dead, and you're not quite certain how it said anything to you.
Oh.
Kurma.
I will move up to stand between.
Am I grappled?
No,
all
it
of that
didn't hit
true?
you. Unless it
Oh,
did.
okay.
Yeah, your AC is
No, I
15,
don't
you're
think so.
fine.
And I will smack it on the snout.
Of course.
It's not a shark.
You try to boop the snoot.
Bad cracker.
It does not work.
Boop snoot.
No bonus action, anything.
No.
Will. Oh, right, Varys also has a readied action. So, the readied action takes your reaction, so you would cast your Eldritch Blast at the giant crocodile as soon as it showed up.
Varys?
I'm sorry, what? I'm like dealing with a conversation. It's annoying, but I like had to tune out for a minute.
Roll your Eldritch Bolt for the giant crocodile.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oof, probably not a hit.
That is not a hit. It ricochets off the scaly skin of the crocodile. Will?
Move up here. Right here. And then I'm gonna do a Sacred Flame.
Mm-hmm. DC 14 Dex save. It does not save, as the radiant damage causes it to flinch. It doesn't look particularly perturbed by that.
Ooh. Okay, I got... I am going to bless both Kurma and Zavara. There's a third one, right? Yeah, a third one. Let's go with Varys as well.
Oh, thank you.
I'll do-
Gracias.
I be blue, you be yellow. That'll be all.
Alright. Kapalue.
Koopa's just gonna move in front of Washa. Staying guard.
Sounds good. Kawasha, it is your turn. Or Varys, your choice.
I guess I'll stick with the order I did last time. I'll have Kawasha go first. Pull his sheet back up real quick, sorry. Too many windows. Okay. Seems a bit messy to get in the middle with Shillelagh, so he is just gonna try and get a better vantage point and use Produce Flame instead. He'll be targeting one item.
You said 1, correct?
Red one. Yeah.
Okay. For 5 points of damage. The crocodile has a small bit of moss on it that sets alight. Again, it's not perturbed by your attack terribly much. Kawasha.
That ends his turn, and for my turn, don't have any spell slots at this point, so yeah, I guess I'll just stick with Eldritch Blast for now.
Sounds good.
Do you think maybe the crocodile just wants a piggyback ride?
Is anyone big enough to give that crocodile a piggyback ride?
The turtle is.
I don't think so.
Isn't there a story about a frog and a scorpion?
Different universe.
Ah.
Eldritch Blast versus that does not hit.
And I will go ahead and, because it's not in the initiative order, I'll just send my sprite over to invisibly harass the crocodile.
There, your sprite's in the initiative order now, and it will harass the crocodile, giving help to the next person that attacks it. So next person to attack it gets advantage. You see one of the herons, specifically the one to the right, number blue 2, begins chanting under its breath. And a small bit of fog starts surrounding the lot of you. And I need... What is it? A wisdom saving throw. From everyone within the red square.
I'm not in the red square though.
Nobody is.
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
moved
there
it.
you go.
Sorry.
My blessing does something for saving throws as well.
I don't think Bless adds to saving throws. I'm not positive, though.
Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends. Okay, you're right.
Yeah, saving throws, yeah.
Yeah.
We would add 1d4.
Everyone who's blessed with just the yellow marker get an additional 1d4 to your wisdom saving throw. Let me check.
And on the NPC character sheets, if it doesn't mention anything specific, it's just the same as their ability score modifier.
Correct. And the spell save DC is 11. Zavara is the only one who failed it.
Koopa failed too.
Oh, he did. Okay. So Koopa and Zavara, you take the effects of this and you become incapacitated and charmed by this spell. This is a charm spell, so any elf or half-elf would get advantage against this. Are you a half-elf, Zavara?
I'm a half elf.
That's eating on the job. Let's see. Let's see if you have that ability. Hunter's Prey, Fey Ancestry. There you go. So it's only Kabalue who becomes charmed and incapacitated.
Poor little weed.
All right.
If I were that Heron, I would be very embarrassed.
Yeah, it is kind of embarrassed. The next Heron releases the spell again on all of you. Save again, please.
Same save.
He didn't need a save, but... Oh no.
Okay, so roll d4. Oh wait, I can't do it. I'm the caster.
I gotta get lucky on the D4.
All right, half elves get advantage, so that's Will and Zavara have 23 and 21.
I got 9.
Ooh.
I also have advantage, but it doesn't matter for me because my first roll was higher.
So anyone under DC 11 is charmed and incapacitated.
Yo, that's me.
Washa fails.
Same
Everyone-
here. Does my blessing get off?
Your blessing is concentration based. If you become incapacitated, it goes away. So everyone with a yellow mark,
Sorry.
remove it. Everyone that is incapacitated, please mark yourself correctly. This Elbis sees the giant crocodile, but moves down 45 feet to the side of it, thinking there will be easier targets. The giant crocodile looks at Kerma incapacitated and moves to bite.
Does the being incapacitated do anything to my armor?
It doesn't do anything to your armor since it's natural armor, not dex base, so that does not hit. You would have disadvantage on stuff, or unless incapacity gives automatic hits. Let me double check. Cannot take actions or reactions. It's not as bad as some things. Well, let me double check all the things. Yeah, you still have your armor. You're fine. You're not unconscious. You're just incapacitated. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. I didn't want to completely murder you. And then the crocodile swings its tail.
Well, that'll hit.
It's a good thing you're not prone.
Strength throw. That's
Correct.
Not good.
And
Yep.
you fall prone. You are no
Never
longer
you are.
charmed by the Elbis, though. Eblis. Eblis, whatever it is. The heron.
Okay. And I take 25.
Only 11. It's not the critical. But you are knocked prone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So. Where's a prone zone?
Probably the one everyone's using for incapacitated.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
usually what I
whatever.
use. Let's see here. After the giant crocodile, Heron 1 moves towards you lot. Looking to peck at Kawasha.
Question.
Mm.
Since it entered inside the square, does it not get affected?
The square is just a one-off thing. I just have it up in case you guys want to know where it is.
Okay, so
Yeah, it's not a lingering effect.
I thought
No.
it was. Okay.
Instantaneous, sorry. This one pecks at Kawasha with 2 strikes of its beak. Hitting on both attacks.
Rip.
He's probably down.
For 14 damage.
Yep, that knocks him out evenly.
Zavara.
Oh boy. Okay, I will put a hunter's mark on the crocodile and attack it.
Of course. It's not the hunter's mark. Where's the hunter's mark? There it is.
I don't think I hit though.
I don't think you
Wow.
hit either. So Hunter's Mark is a
The
bonus action, and
advantage
then
from
that.
my sprite has already been used.
I believe so.
Okay.
Kerma. You've been attacked, so you're
So I will.
prone.
Yeah, I will get up. Doesn't do anything in 5th edition.
No, it doesn't do anything.
Nope.
Your lucky day.
So I will use a bonus action to healing light on Washa.
You alright?
And
He's
then
still
I will,
prone.
Yeah. Then I will magic missile the crocodile.
Alright. Automatic hits. Let's see that beautiful beam footage. 4, 5, plus 3 makes 12. Will.
Only got one spell slot left. Do I want to use Cure Wounds or anything like that on him? I probably should.
I entered.
I am. What is it called? Not prone.
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated. What's up with that?
Let's see here. Incapacitated means you cannot take actions or reactions or any bonus actions.
How do I get rid of it?
If you take damage or somebody shakes you out of it, you don't get additional saving throws. So I don't even know why I stopped on your turn.
Yeah, that's kind of useless.
Sorry. So you and Kapalue are incapacitated at the moment. I'm actually going to change your icon to... Which one?
The one with a spinning head.
There's a spinning head?
Well, you know, dizzy.
Yeah, maybe. Or I'll do this one. Incapacitated. Sprite, what would you like to do?
Can my sprite go over and shake him out of his stupor?
Of course.
Then that is what it will do.
You see the little sprite fly over and smack him across the face a few times. More like his nose. Boop, boop. Maybe fly and try and irritate his nostrils.
You take
Thank-
1 slashing damage from the long sword.
Kuasha.
He is awake now, right? No longer incapacitated.
Correct, he's just prone.
Yeah, finding himself suddenly under melee attack, I guess he will go ahead and get up and then shillelagh quarters.
Sounds good. A wonderful hit for 4 damage. Let's see here. Varys.
Well, seeing him being up Schitt's Creek without a paddle, really, at 4 hit points, I suppose I will move in to try to help him out. Make sure my sneak attack is on.
And you hit for 13 points. On your first attack.
Would I have had time in all of this chaos by now to have drawn my other short sword, or would I
Mhm.
still have to wait for that?
That would be free
Okay, in
object
that case, I
interaction,
will.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, I will go ahead and make my offhanded.
Another hit for 3. As the heron falls down onto the rock and into the mouth of the rock it was sitting upon.
Alrighty.
The herons begin their turn. The one, number 4, moves up towards Will and begins pecking at him.
Jeez. Both hit.
For a total of 9 damage, as it goes for your eyes, trying to get past your chainmail and ignoring the armored bits. It is intelligent after all.
I think it might be a miniature giant space hamster.
Alright, the rest... they're not really interested in this situation too much. They're watching, waiting for you all to... Sorry, I was a bit low. Waiting for you all to meet certain doom by the hand of the giant crocodile. The crocodile, as it sees the heron move up towards Will, lashes out with its tail, trying to knock it down onto the ground. Which it easily does, and begins to bite at it, taking the heron in its maw and chomping down on it. Zavara.
Okay. I guess I'll try to hit the crocodile again.
Hold up. What just happened to me? It hit me with the tail, it missed.
No,
and
no,
it
no.
Bit me?
No,
The
it bit the heron that was attacking you.
Okay.
It's not intelligent,
no,
I don't think.
it is not. It just likes to kill things.
Maybe we just go. Well, actually, I'm gonna move. And yeah, I'm gonna move.
While your token is selected and moving it around the map, you can press Q to make a waypoint. So you move
That
over
sounds so
to
complicated.
Kapalue, and do you try to rouse him?
No, I'm gonna shoot at the number 2 crocodile.
Got it. A wonderful hit for 9 piercing damage. The crocodile looks to be bloodied by your attack. Your hunter's mark is still on the giant crocodile. Any other bonus actions?
No, not at
Kurma.
I will cast Armor of Agathis myself.
Alright.
So anything that hits me will take 5 damage.
Mm-hmm. And it also gives you 5 temporary hit points, correct?
And 2 ward.
Okay. If you're done with your turn, look at the next person in the turn order and pass it to them. So Kurma would say on to Will or whatever. Yeah. I'm dumping more work on you guys.
I expected as much.
So Will, it's your go.
Let's see if I can reach my friend over here. No, that's too far. But if I move forward, say,
If you want to, well, before you move, if you want to get all the way to the Eblis, or the Heron, you can move the 30 feet and then make a Constitution saving throw to push yourself without taking an action to move further. Just that extra 5 feet.
I should be fine here.
Okay, you're good.
As long as I stay to 30, it's still good enough to hit him.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, I am going to healing word on my good friend over here, Quasha.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you? Healing word, there you are.
Heal my good friend, what's his name?
Yeah.
And that's gonna be on bird number 2.
All right. Let me do their saving throw. Oh, it does not work. The bird's too intelligent for that. You start to realize that these birds are human-ish, and that they understand spells and spell casting.
They smart.
Oh yes. Kapalue is still stunned, charmed by the siren song of the herons. Sprite, what would you like to do?
You know what? Let's get a little nepotism going, and Sprite is going to come help out with Crocodile number 2.
Help action. And oh, there's the mark. Kawasha. Damn it, I need to start letting you guys do that.
I'll pass it along to Kawasha. Kawasha, you
Woo!
can go. Okay, thanks.
And then Kawasha passes Varys. Thanks, Kawasha. Wait a minute. It's all the same person. It's gonna suck. You don't have to pass if you are the same character.
It's fine. It's funny anyway. Yeah, I was gonna have him turn tail, but he's been healed up a little bit. I think he can tough it out for one more hit, hopefully.
Ooh, nice hit. For 5.
Yeah, and that'll be his turn.
The
Passing
crocodile.
it down to Varys.
Well, the crocodile goes first.
Okay.
It looks between Kawasha and Varys, trying to decide who to murder. And I think it will choose... 1 or 2, Varys.
I mean, either way, it's bad for me because they're both my characters, but I'll go 2.
Ah. It attacks Kawasha. Oh, but misses. As the sprite gets right in its eyes, it goes pink. And I'll pass to Varys.
And Varys is going to... Yeah, I'll stick with what I know. I'll go with my short swords. It's been working for me so.
Mm-hmm. You run the short sword through the gullet of the crocodile and your sneak attack. You can move and take your bonus action attack against whatever you wish.
Oh, so it died?
Oh, yes.
Roger that. In that case...
It only had 5 HP.
That was definitely overkill. I will move up to... I'll move up towards red 1.
Sounds good.
Could I hit it from here, or would I need to move around to the other side?
You need to be one closer to it. Wait, let me double check its spot. It's in the wrong spot. 1 second. Yes, you can hit it from there.
Okay, so I will go ahead and use my bonus action for the piddly amount that it usually is, but nothing ever.
Ooh.
Spoke too soon. But I mean, it still didn't hurt.
Right.
And I pass it off to the heron.
Stupid herons. This one makes a small squawk as it commands its crocodile friend to move towards Will, but stay away from the giant crocodile. It flies the 40 feet over to Will and pecks at him. Hitting only once for 5 points of damage. This next one looks on and laughs. The giant crocodile looks between Will, Kerma, and Varys, unsure of who to murder next. And will try to bite into the shell of Kerma. I believe that's a hit.
That is.
DC 16 grapple, which is acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
I do that on my turn, right?
Correct.
Alright, so the crocodile takes 5. I'm hitting.
And it has you grappled in its mouth as it thrashes about. It swings its tail at Varys.
Ooh, yeah, that's me unconscious.
And you're knocked prone. Wait. Oh, that's part of it.
Yeah, I think I'd be knocked prone either way.
And the crocodile will pass to Zavara.
It's one of those video game moments where you get knocked down dead, but then you get back up just to fall down again.
It's like that Chumbawamba song that we won't sing. Zavara?
The heron did not pass off to me.
I passed the crocodile to Zavara.
Oh, crocodile. We're not on speaking terms.
Not really.
Yeah, because I'm going to shoot it now. Shoot, shoot.
And that is a hit for 10 damage with your hunter's mark. Anything else? The crocodile, the giant crocodile, is beginning to look bloodied.
Yeah, you look bloody, you big jerk. I will pass it off to Kerm.
I will cast Cure Wounds on Varys.
Alright.
So,
Muchas gracias.
I think that's all I can do. So, your turn, Will.
I am going to la 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 attack the gator.
Alright. Let's see, wisdom save. I don't think this has a great whiz save, so. Yes, that will hit for the 5 points of necrotic damage.
That's all, folks.
And you would pass to Kapalue, but he's still incapacitated, so to the sprite.
The sprite is... Can it provide Kerma with the help action to break out of the grapple?
Yes, help can be used for anything. So it'll provide advantage for his contested grapple check.
So you have a tiny sprite attempting to help pull you out of its grasp with its, 1 strength.
Alright, which one will that be? Here, you have a chained heart. And the sprite passes to Kawasha.
Yes, and Kawasha saw that thing's tail just take me down in 1 hit, so he's not getting in melee range of that. You can't get quite into melee with number 2 there, so he is going to just close the distance a bit and hurl a produce flame at it.
Against number 2, correct?
Yes, and miss wildly.
So close to a crit.
And he passes off to Varys.
Thanks, Ferris. Wait, thanks, Kawasha.
No problem, buddy. So first I'm going to get my ass up from prone, because I don't need to give that thing advantage to attack me. It already hits her. And not one to abandon my friends, even though I'm at 7 health. I am going to go all in on wailing on this stupid thing. Oh.
Wonderful hit.
And follow up with the offhand. Less wonderful.
True. Number 2, Heron, begins to cast another spell on itself. As it begins to blur in front of you, it gains... anyone attacking it gains disadvantage. But if it does hit, it needs to make a con save to keep the spell up. This one lets out a bird call and raises the other crocodiles from the swamp he land before you. And that's its turn as it passes to the giant crocodile. The giant crocodile continues to gnash at Kerma while it's in its teeth and tries to hit Will with its tail.
Yes. Yay, miss.
As a reaction, can I take reactions?
Yeah, grapple doesn't prevent reactions.
I'll cast shield.
Wonderful. So it tries to bite down on you as you cast shield. Do you have a way your magic looks?
Wasn't it
The
just
last,
a weird turtle shell?
Right, since the last time I used it, I just had a bigger turtle shell. I
You
would
hope.
just try to mimic my turtle shell to the face as well. Make it a turtle
It-
ball.
It chips a tooth as it tries to bite into you. Let me double check what restrained is. Alright, it does have advantage, and you have disadvantage. But it was the same roll anyway. Ah, this crocodile is not happy as it passes its turn to Zavara.
I want to shoot the unhappiest crocodile.
Oh, I
Is
see.
that- Is it the one I've been shooting?
Yes, that is true. It is the unhappiest crocodile. Don't forget your hunter's mark.
I mean, I feel like the ones that are already dead are a little more unhappy, but
I
it's
mean-
the most unhappy alive one.
Mm-hmm.
Although hopefully it's not even alive anymore.
The giant crocodile is still alive. Zavara?
I'm sorry, I passed a Kerm.
Okay. Alright, I am just going to hit it with magic missile. Just shoot it down its gullet.
That is solid damage output for a first level magic missile.
Indeed. Describe the kill.
As I'm squished between its teeth, I just reach for my hand as far down its throat as I can. And fire off my 3 little lasers.
You're like, I don't care about disadvantage, bitch.
He's the type of person that goes pew 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 every time he shoots it.
Right?
Yes.
I'm picturing the torpedoes going into the Death Star through the port.
You are no longer restrained.
Yay. So underwill.
I don't know how to get this bird. I don't have any. Well, I do have a javelin.
You don't have any weapons? Let me look at your attacks.
I do have a weapon. I have a whip and a javelin.
Wait, I thought you had a warhammer. Did you sell your warhammer?
Yes.
Oh,
What about your spiritual weapon?
he can't cast. He has no spells.
Oh.
He can use javelin as a melee weapon. He doesn't need to throw it.
Guess I'm gonna have to use that.
Or you could use your whip to do 1d4 and try and trip it.
I didn't know I could do that.
Well, you hit for 5 damage anyway.
Okay. That's all, folks.
And it moves on to Sprite. As nobody's res Kapalue from his mesmerization. Poor guy.
Just been spaced out the whole time.
Technically, I think number 3 cast it. So that's why he's still out of it.
I mean, we got Zavara right beside it.
Yeah, but it takes an action to do that.
Yeah.
Damage output is a lot better.
Yeah. If you're lucky.
Sprite. Sprite, seeing that number 2 is looking all wibbly wobbly, is going to fly over and attempt to give the next person advantage on its attack against number.
Sounds good.
which will be Kawasha. Sprite passes it over to Kawasha. Kawasha says, "Thank you, Sprite." Sprite says, "You're welcome."
And then, 5 years down the line, you just see Varys playing in his little room with his dolls. They're action figures.
It has Kung Fu Action Eldritch Blast.
Kawasha's not a warlock.
Yet.
He does have advantage for the 9 damage. As the Heron becomes bloodied.
And Kawasha passes it off to Varys. "Thank you, Kawasha. You're welcome."
Actually, that didn't hit.
There's a
I'm
question.
sorry. I forgot that it had blur on.
Oh yeah, so it would have been just a straight roll.
Mm-hmm. Varys' job is that much harder.
Yeah, the question is, do I have anything that can help contend with that? The answer is, I don't think I do. Nothing
Well-
I have is saving throw magic. So,
Varys would know that any damage would give it a concentration check. So if you still had magic missile or something that bypassed their AC or anything like that, it might help, but not so much here.
yeah. I don't have anything that really bypasses AC. And I'm also worried about the emergence of more crocodiles. I'm just gonna take a step back so I have a clean shot and fire an Eldritch Blast at Heron number 3.
All right. A hit, as it takes 4 force damage. It makes a con save. And fails. Kapalue snaps out of it.
Yay.
And I pass off to the herons.
And the herons begin to peck feverishly at the sprite, trying to hit it.
It is invisible.
Oh, it's invisible, is it?
Yeah, unless I specifically have it attack or anything like that, just assume I always have it invisible.
Sounds good. Okay. Well, what can I do against an invisible foe? It knows something's harassing it. It knows
Yeah, it can
something's
still attack, it's just a
poking at it.
disadvantage.
Yeah, it's still a... Yeah, here we go. Disadvantage.
The 14 I think will hit.
Correct, for 7 piercing damage. As your sprite blinks out of existence.
No.
Damn you. Oh no, it has 15 AC.
Oh, it does. Interesting.
I am honestly surprised. I thought it would have been like 12 or...
Pops back to existence.
Right.
It's like,
The heron moves to the
It
side.
foresaw its own death and managed to avoid it at the last.
Flies 35 feet over to Kurma and pecks away. Not hitting a damn thing. Passes to his friend Crocodiles. This one swims up to Kawasha and bites. While the second swims up to Kurma. Kawasha
no.
takes 10 and must make a DC 12 grapple. And Kurma must make a DC 12 grapple as well. Oh, sorry, you're grappled. Escape DC 12 on your next turn if you wish. And you both are restrained. Disadvantage on attacks. Advantage on attacks against you. And they pass to Zavara.
Okay. Is the... No. The number 1 crocodile is the one I had my mark on?
Your mark was on the giant crocodile. You can use a bonus action to transfer your mark.
Okay. Yeah, I'll move it to the number 1 crocodile. And I'll move a little bit. And then I'll shoot it.
A nice hit for 13 damage. As you strike one of its eyes, it begins to bleed away from it.
And I think I can do the thing to the number 3 heron.
What thing? Oh, you mean Horde Breaker.
Yeah, that thing.
Could you post it in chat, please? Wonderful. Yes, you can attack the heron with that. Another hit for 10 damage.
Finally.
And the heron is also bloodied. I passed a Kerma.
I was about to do it.
Uh-huh.
It's a new thing.
Kermit will retreat into his shell.
That puts your AC at 21, correct?
Correct. And I am. Will's turn.
Why is Will
I'm
restrained?
grappled.
You're grappled by who?
I
I'm
don't know why
grappled
that
by
was.
Style.
It's Varys who's grappled, I believe.
No, I don't know why that was on.
Right? It's okay. Wait, which of you... damn it. Crocodile 1 attacks somebody and hit. And grapple
I
them.
took damage for it. I thought it was me.
Yeah, it was Kerma, okay. So Kerma is still grappled, but retreated into his shell. Okay.
I'm gonna leave Quasha to die. Because I can't heal him for shit. I mean, I can lay him to death type of thing, you know, every time he dies, I just bring him back to life.
Just read him his rights now.
Just bring him to Nani Poo Poo.
We'll just bring a crocodile.
I'm sure Kuwasha would be totally fine with coming back as an undead.
Yeah. He didn't have any problem with that.
So you can
Bitch.
try and
Oh.
trip the crocodile or the heron, or you could disengage.
So if I do the whip, I do a D3?
D4.
D4 first, or do I do the whip first?
Let's see here. So whip is 1d4 plus 1 damage, but you have to roll to attack. I
Okay.
believe it has a special property.
Whoa.
Sorry, that was me.
14, does it hit?
14 does hit.
So if I do...
You can choose to do damage, or you can choose to trip it. Your choice.
What do you mean by trip it? Oh, you mean like... Oh, like fall.
Yeah, to make it fall prone.
I want to do damage.
Okay, so 5 damage.
I thought you meant by trip it, I thought you meant like triple the attack.
No. And that was against the heron, correct?
Yeah.
So it doesn't hit since it still has its buff up.
Boo.
Yeah. Kapalue?
He is going to scream, charge, and Fidget pygmy, whatever that sounds like.
I have no clue. I'm not even gonna attempt it.
I mean, they can't speak, but they make noise. And then, claw at
Ooh,
the crocodile.
Ooh.
making
I
up for
feel like that's
lost
incredibly
time.
poetic as it tries to protect its master.
He's so loyal.
That crocodile is not happy. I mean, both
Spreads-
crocodiles are not happy. They're both bloodied. Only heron
I mean-
number 2 is unbloodied.
Quasha,
First
I
of his
could take
name.
a leave, but we're keeping weed.
Pass to Sprite.
Sprite is going to stick with the help action on number 2, try to help overcome that blur. Although it will move to a different position since it was almost pecked out of the sky.
Does it have flyby? Oh, okay.
No, it's just moving around it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Actually, can I take the help action and then move away? Or do I have to stay within range of it?
You have to stay within range unless you have flyby, which is why a lot of people choose Owl, because it has flyby.
Yeah, well, he is invisible, so you can't take attacks opportunity against him, so it's pseudo flyby.
True, but the issue is that the help action is you're consistently harassing the creature to give
Yeah,
help.
that's what I was asking, if you would
Yeah.
have to stay nearby in order to pull that off. So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
And Kawasha, how dead does this alligator look, or has he got a good little bit of fight left in him still?
Kawasha thinks he could hit it and kill it, but Kawasha is currently in its grasp and has disadvantage on attacks.
That is true. Ooh, I know what he can do. No, because I've got too many allies nearby. Well, I'll ask you, if I'm basically in its mouth at this point, if I cast Thunder Wave, would that still hit my allies?
Yes.
Yes, he's not going to do that.
Kawasha can't seem to figure out what to do as he's thrashed about by the crocodile and passes to Varys.
Okay, in that case, Varys is going to... Shit, I really want to take out these stupid herons, but the crocodiles are the bigger threats, so... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and attack number 1, red one.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, ooh, I just realized with Kerma in his shell, I'm assuming he probably no longer counts as a adjacent ally for sneak attack.
He does.
Okay, good. In that case, yeah, I will stick with attacking red.
A nice hit. Describe its death.
As it goes in to make a big, tall, bitey snap at Kerma, I go ahead and just ram my short sword right through the roof of its mouth and into its brain. And I will then close in on the next threat, which is blue 3. And
That-
miss. My offhand attacks have been useless this
Indeed.
the entire day. And I'll just tap Kerma on the shell and let him know the crocodile's gone.
Tuk tuk. This heron will cast Blur on itself as well, as it tilts its head at the shell of Kerma. The other Elvis looks at Will and continues to harass him. That's all it's been doing.
Oh,
Only one hit for 7 piercing damage. As it passes to the crocodile, who still has Kawasha in its mouth, and bites down hard. Swallowing Kawasha into
now
its
hold
gullet.
on.
What?
Hold on here. You know oh, jeez, he's not. You know I can do spare the dying, right?
I mean, he's in the crocodile's belly.
Ugh.
Have to kill the guy
Ugh.
first.
Ugh. Rude.
It wasn't enough to outright kill him. He is alive, but he's inside the crocodile. As it passes to Zavara the Huntress.
Oh no, Kawasha, you were the NPC we let live the longest. I will. Can I shoot at this crocodile without killing Kawasha?
Of course.
He's pretty much dead already.
Okay. Well, I'll move my mark to him, I guess.
All right.
Or maybe I should move it to the heron if he's almost dead. I don't know. Decisions.
If you try to shoot the heron, you're just gonna miss him again like I did.
They both have blur up.
Rude.
Number 2 is currently harassed by a sprite, so you would have advantage on that attack.
Alright, I'm gonna move my mark to heron number 2. But I'm gonna shoot the crocodile first. I don't know, is that weird?
A little.
Do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
because you can always use your bonus action to move it to the heron after you kill the crocodile too. So
Yeah.
Oh, wait, how many bonus actions
Just
do you
one.
get?
Just
well, no, just one. But on your next turn, you can move it to the heron before you attack it.
Mm-hmm. So you
Oh,
could
that's
do
true.
Hunter's Mark attack, wait till next turn, Hunter's Mark attack.
Okay, I guess I'll move it to the crocodile then.
All right. You don't hit, though.
Son of a...
You missed because you were trying so hard not to kill Kawasha.
Can I
Staying in my
do,
shell.
with Hordebreaker, it says when you make a weapon attack, you can make another attack against a different creature. Is that even if it doesn't hit?
Yes.
Okay, well then I'll try to attack the heron too.
No.
No, I should have put the mark on the heron.
Disadvantage still hits, dealing 8 damage, and it makes a con save. DC 10, it fails as its blur fades, and it becomes hittable again.
Hittable is my favorite
I
kind of
passed a
bubble.
curva! I passed a curva!
I was waiting. Kermit doesn't do anything. Stays in his shell. His turn.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I feel like going towards the crocodile and just do lay on hands, just to see Kawasha comes out of this crocodile, like ripping right through his guts. But I know it's not gonna work.
Maybe if he was a
So,
barbarian, but
Yeah. Well, he does have a giant stick.
I think
Punch a
crocodiles take
couple of
these.
guts here and there.
He also has a quarterstaff.
Yeah.
I don't think that can rip through a gator.
No.
Birdie.
Alright, against the bird, you manage to hit for 6.
Please die.
It does not die.
You make me sad.
Squawk.
That's all, folks.
Kapalue.
Continues his assault.
Ha-cha-cha-cha. And misses.
less dramatic than the round one.
He used all his energy. Alright, you can do better this fight. Your turn to attack.
Unfortunately, it can't attack on its turn, but yeah, I guess it'll do what it was doing with number 2 over for number 3, so it'll fly over to blue 3 and provide the help back.
Man, this familiar is doing work.
Yeah, it is.
Very helpful.
What symbol did I give for the help action again? I always forget. Oh well, the help action is
Passes
on
off to Varus.
there. Yes. Quasha needs
Do I
to make a
need to
death
make
saving throw.
a yeah, I was just gonna say death saving throw.
Yes, yes you do.
That'd just be a straight D20 for him, right? Because I don't see a button for it on here.
Yeah, it's just a d20, one DC 10. One success.
Stomach acid isn't so bad.
And Varus is going to... Yeah, it's just going to stick with short swords. It seems to be working so far.
That's a... Yeah, that's a hit, for sure. And that's for 9 damage.
And
As it
I'll
makes its
follow
con
that up.
save.
Oh yeah.
As its blur dissipates, you see it coalesce into a single heron in front of you, and you bring your offhand to bear.
Probably with another spectacular miss, but fingers crossed. Hell
Another
yeah!
spectacular miss. I'm just kidding.
You aimed at one of his mirror images. And you missed, accidentally hitting him.
You
It's
see,
like
I'm
the-
really glad that I broke concentration, because that would have been a miss otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he goes down, clipped his wings, and his beak falls in front of Kerma, who's still in his shell.
I'll tap him on the shell again and say, the bird's gone too!
Number 2
Pass it off to the other hare.
will continue attacking. It really wants Will. Its family is dead. Actually, no, it's going to disengage. It's going to live another day. It's going to disengage and fly
What?
40 feet away.
What?
The crocodile knows nothing but hunger. Moves up to Will and bites.
Oh.
Hey, it's not a vegetarian. It doesn't want to eat the vegetable.
But I like the birdie.
The birdie didn't like you. So you are grappled and restrained. Disadvantage on attacks. And the crocodile
Don't
gives
have
to
do a PC
Zavara.
now?
Yes. On your
No,
turn.
my turn.
DC. Yeah.
Die!
The crocodile dies. With Will in its mouth. Will is no longer restrained.
And Kawasha in its belly still.
Mm-hmm.
No, the crocodile disappeared, so Quasha disappeared.
Anything else,
Crocodiles
Zavara?
throw up when they die.
Oh, everything's gone. Okay, other than that last heron flying away.
Don't you know, when they die, they grow 15 feet?
As the
Why
battle
would they grow an odd number of
finishes-
feet?
You look about the
Oh
swamp,
no, Boobula. Why do they have 15 feet?
and you actually got
They
quite close to the edge of the swamp. You're now at the shore of the marsh, and see dry land in front of you. You can easily pull the crocodile ashore and try to cut out Kawasha.
Yes.
For what it's worth, I just want to see if this would have hit the hair.
Of course.
Probably not enough to kill it, though.
Just 2 damage. Oh.
As you reach the shore and begin tending to your wounds and setting up camp for the night, knowing full well that that was a horrible situation, you see the earth moat, a massive chunk of earth and rock torn from the ground, drifting over the swampy forest, 100 feet above your heads. Sprouting from its heart-like shape, you see a petrified tree towering above its mass, like the aorta of a heart in the sky. The stone roots protrude from the bottom like minor tributaries of veins. Between all these things, you can tell that it looks to be the heart of Ubtao, and Kuasha agrees with his assessment, saying that it must be. It's the only thing. As you look up further, you see red liquid dripping from the roots, like blood from the heart. You see a cave mouth in the side of the slowly rotating heart, and a staircase winding up from the cave to the flattened top. The staircase isn't natural, and somebody might be living here. And we'll take our break here.
Woo.
I tell the turtle to go drink that red water. If he dies, I'll just lay on hands on him.
Red
Spare the
water.
dying on him. You know, if you die, it can just revive you back.
Yeah, it doesn't sound. I definitely need a long rest after that.
Yeah, same.
I am tapped.
I'm
You
doing
guys should
okay.
do
No, I'm
ranged
dead.
damage.
Yeah. I made my guy tank, so he's got a tank. That
Same here.
means being chewed on for a bit. So be it.
All right, everyone.
I will switch to range damage once I'm able to do 2 attacks with my ranged attacks. But until then, the damage output with sneak attack, and especially if I have Hex up, is a lot better with short swords.
We'll take about 5 minutes. So
I'm carrying too much shit, so I can't have a big weapon.
Yeah, the whip is
I have
unique.
unmuted on myself.
Yeah, special.
Every cleric has to have a whip.
You can whip it. Whip it.
All right, we should be back. How's everyone doing? Everyone got everything they need for the next little hour or so?
Yep.
I gotta go in about half hour, about. And I'll switch to my.
Sounds good.
You're a phone.
I'm back.
All right.
I got a problem with that. Are you sexually identifying my sex?
No.
We can get Rainbow to make you a pride flag for your phone identity. It's fine.
Thanks.
All right, here we go. So you all are near the base of the heart of Uptown.
Up dog?
Yes. Let me delete some things so you can see it. Why can't I get rid of that one? That single one? Ah, that's
'Cause
why.
it doesn't like you.
It's true.
Told me during the break, it was like, hey, I don't like it.
Well, it's not about what it likes.
Yeah, it's dead now. You killed it.
So, the heart of Uptow spins slowly above you guys. And you guys were talking about taking a long rest, correct?
Yes, we
I'm
were.
doing fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are complaining about.
I need one. But I will spend the next combat hiding in my shell.
I will join in this cell.
All right, so you guys
Or
can
just
take
use
The
my
your...
question is, do we have the food for it? Because we're low on food.
Yeah, let's double check your food stores.
Well, the ranger can go out hunting for food.
Yeah, I can
She wasn't
Not
fine.
during a long rest.
Oh.
I don't need a long rest, though.
Oh, I see. But you have
I can go hunt.
22 food, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. The Vegapygmy and Kawasha take care of themselves.
I think we forgot to mark how much food we used, or we got more food. I don't remember.
You only generally use food during your long rest because Zavara manages to forage enough during your normal travel.
I just do that.
Yeah, I kind of gloss over it because I crunched the numbers a month ago or so, and she's able to get it without much issue. So everyone, if this is a long rest, you can go to full HP, and you get all your
Yeah.
abilities back, but you will spend 4 food from the 22 supply. And I need somebody to roll me 1d4. Another 2 food is spoiled when you go to check on it. I
How's
know
our
there-
weather looking, by the way?
It had been light rain for a while, and it looks to have cleared up, so there's no rain right now. But due to your alchemy jug, I'm also not going to worry about the water still, despite that. But you clearly see everything above you. It's starting to get a bit warmer, but
So how
nothing
much food
too
we
harsh.
have left?
22 minus 6.
Okay.
Alrighty. Let me check this. Why is there no sound? Why are these not looping like they're supposed to? Okay. There we go. And you all are at your campsite. Is there anything you want to discuss during your long rest? Kawasha is at full health also.
Are we going? Are we going into that heart thing?
I think that was the plan. Unless anybody else has any other ideas.
What do we know about Uptow?
Kawasha knows
Yeah,
a bit, but if anyone else knows anything.
Can we make a, I don't know if that's history or religion?
It is history, intelligence, or yeah, just intelligence.
Oh, I'm a genius.
Ubtao is the god of Chult, the once great ruler of this land. He created everything here, the jungles, the mountains, the volcanoes, every little bit. It is said that Chult itself is Ubtao, even though Ubtao abandoned the people a long time ago before the undead rose. He is an ancient god of the land, and this is called the Heart of Ubtao because it's always been here, and it looks like a fucking heart, as you can see.
Destroy the heart. Destroy the gods.
Are there any like local myths about what the heart is for, or who's using it, or anything like that?
Not really, but you do know that priests of Ubtao used to travel here on the backs of flying dinosaurs to look for visions. It seems there might be a large cavity inside that they went to, and they beseeched Ubtao to return to the land and take care of the undead menace, but he has not.
Do we need a flying mount to get in there?
You might need to fly. Do you guys want to try and find a way up? It is floating in the air.
I'll jump at.
Yeah.
Nope, doesn't work.
Can we go back to the where we found the hag and just take a running jump off the cliff?
It's a little further than that. That's 3 days travel back. Anyway,
I think it can make it.
Maybe we can lasso it like cowboys.
I need a perception
We just
check
need
from
900 feet of rope.
I need everyone to make a group perception check.
Oh, I'm helping.
I'm not.
Wonderful. All right. Zavara, you notice something out of the corner of your eye. It's very small and black, with what appears to be a white mask with 3 dots on its face. And it chitters and its head rotates and it looks at you. It's not sure.
Hi.
It's not sure if you've seen it or not. And as you say hello, it melds itself into one of the rocks nearby and chitters hiding away.
Into the rock?
Mm-hmm.
How interesting.
And you look out
Oh.
again, and you see it poke its head out of a nearby marsh tree, chittering away, staring at you intently, turning its head left and right.
Oh. Uh, uh, hello, little creature?
And it looks at you, and it gives you a charm as it disappears into the woods. I need you to roll me a 1d8, please.
Faith and Begora, I think he got his lucky charms.
Hey, that's the wrong accent.
You gain the charm of vitality from this little creature. You can use what amounts to a potion of vitality. So you can add a potion of vitality to your inventory. It is not transferable. It's just for you.
Neato. Thanks, little critter.
Oh, there are no potions of vitality. I'll add one real quick.
But no one else sees it, so we just think you're insane.
Indeed, she's talking to nothing. But everyone else sees a woman, an elven woman, waving from the heart of Ubtao as she lowers a wood and rope ladder all the way down, 200 feet. It reaches you, and she beckons you up to the heart.
Well, that's really nice, but that's a long climb. You guys sure you want to do this?
It's a valid point. Well, I've got a grappling hook. We can make a kind of makeshift anchor system, so if anybody accidentally slips halfway up, they're not going to fall completely off.
It's completely safe to go up there. Completely safe. It's fine.
I got a heavy shell to haul up this rope.
Just take it off, jeez.
Right.
I can't take it off. It's not a costume. So a potion of vitality removes any exhaustion and cures any disease or poison effects. And for the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend. So during a short rest, you would be able to restore all your hit points for one hit die.
Cool.
So you guys are going to go up and visit the lady?
Yeah.
Sounds like fun to me.
If you relate your story to Kawasha, which I'm sure you do, because you're like, I'm not fucking crazy, he tells you that it was probably Chwinga, a denizen of the jungles down here. Mysterious spirits, playful.
Adorable and helpful.
He's surprised you've ever seen one.
Adorable and helpful, just like Koopalue.
Let's see here. Let's see here. The elfin woman tries to help you up the rope to her home as we move over to the heart of Ubtao. Sorry, wrong spot. There we are. Oh, I forgot to get your tokens. I am doing horrible today.
I can't see.
Yeah, that's because you don't have any tokens.
You don't need tokens to see, you need eyes.
The important thing is, it's a nice elven lady and definitely not a Draco Lich.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't even know why I brought Draco Liches up.
All right. So you all make your way up here. And she says her name is Valindra and asks you what you're doing. What are you
Oh,
doing all the way out here? And the Aldani Basin is so far from anywhere. I am surprised to see you. I'm a wizard that's taken up residence here in the heart. It's a great defensible position against the varied atrocities out there.
What color robes is she wearing?
Not red.
Yeah. was
I
gonna
think I
say,
have a picture
hey,
of
we
her.
did it.
1 second.
Yeah, that would be a bit obvious.
Right.
There you
Hello,
go.
Valindra.
Valindra Shadowmental. I have to restart this one. Let's see if I can do this. Firefox is being
She got
a dick.
bags under her eyes. She's been at this a while.
Mm-hmm. She says, I've been on a mission to imprison this thing that generates the death curse and stop its deathly magic and study it. Destroying it must be a last resort. If we can find out how it works, we may improve our resurrection magics for our clerical friends.
Are you related to Nana Poo Poo?
I've heard of her. Oh, I hope not to meet her anytime soon. You did, and you survived?
Yes.
Just
I
say
don't
it really
think she
slowly,
likes us very
suspiciously.
much, but we did part quote-unquote amicably.
Interesting.
Ah, we're losing people.
She...
They're falling off the side.
I messed up. She uses an arcane gate to bring you up and requests that those people don't come up. Only the key players. Don't worry, they'll be
Who
safe
was
at your
key?
campsite.
Damn, Weed, you got this. You gonna take that?
So you all are on the heart of Ubda. What would you like to do?
I
Look for
guess,
treasure.
check out her prisoner.
No,
What
she's saying
prisoner?
she's going to try to
Oh, she's
take.
going to try to? I thought she was.
Yeah, yeah. That would make our jobs a lot easier because I think she's talking about the big bad.
Yes, she is.
The owner of this heart.
No, that's not the big bad. The big bad is the thing that generates the death curse, the soulmonger. All of you have heard about it before.
Well, if she's taking care of that, we don't have to bother with it. It's one issue off our hands.
Yes, because it's gonna go well so easily.
I mean, we've been doing such a good job so far. I think we're on a roll here.
Have
We've
we?
only nearly died every day.
We've accomplished nearly nothing.
Well, we did accomplish one thing:
What?
get someone killed.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
our acolyte killed.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can offer to join forces with her, but then she'll probably die.
Hold on. I have too many of you up. Here we go. So you all are actually on the lower section, and you see into her area where she has her studies and everything. The cave is musty and dimly lit by daylight filtering down through the aorta of the heart. From the tree trunk above, you see 2 alcoves in the back and a pool of dirty rainwater occupying the central 20 feet of the floor, between natural pillars formed of roots of the petrified tree. Several tall bookcases stand against the wall to the right of the cave entrance. A desk and several wooden crates stand against the left-hand wall, as you can see on the map. Opposite the entrance are 2 open doorways into small chambers, and between them, a large iron cage.
Basically, guys, look at the very bottom of the screen. Everything's probably dark for them.
Oh yeah.
There I am.
Oh, we have 2 tokens. Okay.
Yes.
I see. Well, I have to say, this is a really cool house.
Yes, isn't it? I thought it'd be a great place to be.
Oops.
Let me adjust the fog of war real quick. Where is that? I hate fog of war. So everyone should be able to see better now. Hopefully a little bit.
Yeah, I can.
I want both of me in the same place.
Hey, me too.
Like,
Makes me feel special.
Are you both in the same place? I thought everyone was deleted. I don't see anyone. Ugh.
Don't
My
you
internet's
delete
being
me.
fiend. I will delete the shit out of you. Don't backtalk me.
No.
You're invalidating her twin experience.
Oh, I see.
Just imagine it, just snapping his finger. Just my friend disappears.
Oh no. Alright, my internet was being silly. Okay. I have to adjust this.
There's. I don't feel so good. Yes.
Oh, come on. Don't tell me. I have to adjust the Firefox for stream. It doesn't like certain things. I'll have to find a better way. There we go. Much better. Let me shift click to get the map. That did not bring the map. There it is. Alright, so you see this chamber and Valindra is inside and beckons you forward. Let me bring her to the map. I just dragged her to the map. Why is it not? My internet is being really bad. Anyway, Valindra's here, even if you don't see her token. What would you guys like to do?
invisible.
Oh, wizards always turning invisible.
I'm so sorry for the complications. For some reason, everything
No
doesn't want to
worries.
work.
What was the last thing she asked before we started rambling?
She was asking if you were headed towards the Soulmonger, towards Omu, where she believes it's hidden.
Oh, I don't think so.
No, we are mostly just exploring at this point.
Really? You don't want to get rid of the death curse? What if one of you dies out
Oh,
there?
we do, but we do not believe we are powerful enough just yet, you know.
Hmm.
So we look to see what we can do in the region in the meantime.
True,
Plus,
true.
we got this girl killed, and we were gonna like help her.
Well, if she's dead, you would need to preserve her body, destroy the soulmonger. If we can imprison it, I might be able to extract her soul and bring it back to her body without destroying it.
We haven't really preserved the body. It's in a canoe.
It's just in a canoe, in this heat. My gods, what have
Yes, we
you
do not have
done?
preservation magics for such things, unfortunately.
And as you all know, the corpse in this type of weather with this type of heat is starting to get a bit ripe. It's been bloated for a while now. And you've been dragging it around various places.
Smelling around me.
Yeah, that's why it's in Varys's canoe. But even if we couldn't help her that way, we were gonna try to at least carry out her last wish.
Which was?
We were investigating some wizards in this area.
Oh, not those damnable red wizards.
Yes, you know of them?
Yes, they seek to take the soulmonger for themselves and use its magic to achieve lichdom. Taking shortcuts, those ones. Not that I want to become a witch. I am only
Same.
interested in the scholarly aspect of it, how it's done. I wouldn't do it.
Not for nothing, but can I make an insight check on that?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe you. Basically.
Yeah.
But
Well,
if you
on that
guys aren't
note,
headed
I
to
will.
Omu yet, you can always feel free to come by and stay with me if you need to.
Yes, as you said, this place is quite defensible. It would make a great place to rest and recover when we need to,
Mm-hmm.
assuming you do not mind the company.
Oh, not at all. Not too much, in fact. It's quite nice seeing you lot. I don't get out much. Yes, I do have the ability to move about, but you know, it's difficult. I need to save my resources.
How'd you know we were friendly? To drop the rope ladder.
I've been watching you. I watched you all day. You didn't
It's great.
seem the horrible type. As you see, there is no bed. I don't need to sleep. I am an elf. I only meditate.
So just today? So you didn't see him drown that koala that one time?
You did what? It's fine. Those creatures are nasty anyway. I've come across a few of them. I do not care for them.
Well, if you could give us any more information on these red wizards, we could take care of them and then get back to the whole prisoner idea.
Indeed. Let me think. There is
While we're talking
somebody.
with her,
Yeah,
go ahead.
while you're talking with her.
While you're talking with her, can I telepathically have my sprite, not like open any books or anything obvious like that, but any paperwork that she's got laying around that's out in the open, just kind of peruse through it, see if there's anything interesting that my sprite can glean from it.
Of course, 1 second. So she has the scrolls to the right in her bookshelves. That's mainly what she has. So move your sprite where you want it to be.
Uh,
And it's invisible, correct?
yes. I guess check out what's on the table first, and then over to the bookshelf.
Please, could you not snoop? She says to you, and tries to shoo your sprite away. It is still invisible, but she can see it clearly.
I will go ahead and call it back to my side then.
Busted.
I need a perception check from your sprite to see if it caught anything before Vilindra shooed it away.
Sure. Ooh.
The sprite noticed that there are several books on the geography, history, culture of Chult and before the spell plague and everything. She's definitely trying to find the exact location of the soulmonger. And she would probably be very happy to have a map of this area.
Too bad none of us have any skill at map making.
That's right. And I need a perception check from the party.
You just said map
Does that
making.
include my sprite?
It does not.
Do that, though.
Oh, killing it.
I am an adventurer that can do map making, no?
You can feel free to make a map if you wish.
You have to draw
I
it
mean,
yourself.
It's kind of my job. Kind of. I mean, like, in my past, my parents were doing that type of job. They're cartographers, I believe the word is.
Ah. Yes, that is true. I remember that.
Yeah, I think you may have to roll for him because he's on his phone.
Oh, yes, that's right. I'm just going to say he doesn't get one. No, I'm just kidding. I'll roll. He has inspiration. He'll use that for his perception check. And he gets a 17. So you all notice... Actually, all of you hear a grumbling from the back left corridor. But as you do, Valindra passes in front of you over to her bookcase and pulls a scroll off of it. It says, "Are any of you capable of using a spell scroll?"
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe.
Yes? If you ever do find this soulmonger or Omu, even just Omu would be enough. She hands over the scroll to whoever takes it. This is a scroll of Arcane Gate,
I'll take it.
and I can tell you the keys to bring you here. And she points to the alcove on the right, and there's an arcane teleportation circle in there. She says, "This is how I get around most of the time, and feel free to return here anytime you need to."
That was a scroll of what? Arcane Gate?
Correct.
Thank you.
Of course, I've been looking for it for so long. If that's all, you can spend the night here and be on your way. If you wish.
I would not be opposed to having a roof over my head for a change.
What he said.
I don't have any beds. You would have to set up camp up top.
So nothing new.
I always have a bed. I tap my shell.
Oh, you turtles. I've dated a turtle once in my younger days.
Really?
Of course, do you not think I would date a turtle? He was a brave barbarian. I remember him. Shame. Anyway, feel free to head on up to the top, if you so wish.
Alright. I'll start heading out.
And you guys probably set up camp up top, if you so wish, and spend the night. And I would need the perception check from the lookout for tonight.
Do we really need one, especially we're on a floating island?
I said give me a perception check.
I'll do
Oh, I
it.
can't do it.
Nice one, Zavara.
Ooh.
I see nothing. I hear nothing.
I see nothing. Nothing.
So could everyone move themselves to the upper section? Or do you want me to?
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
I already have a token.
Please
up
and thank yous. Oh, damn it, Kerma.
there.
I am missing some people, unfortunately. Who needs a token?
Will.
Will's up there. He's just a little below. So we've got Zavara, Will, Kerma, so I just need one more. I don't see Varys's token.
I'm up there.
Yeah?
Yep, we're good.
Interesting. Okay. Yep, he is. Got it. Sorry, Varys. I have to do this thing I hear. So set up where you guys want to set up camp, and we'll deal with that in a second.
So she didn't say where the wizards are, but they are here.
Which
She
is
didn't-
not really new information.
Right. If you will recall, Inete did say that the Red Wizards, they are somewhere in the Aldani Basin. She doesn't know where. And Valindra says she doesn't know where they are either. And as you guys are resting during your short rest, a small swarm of bats comes up from one of the veins in front of you and moves to attack you lot. And it will just try a one attack against the lookout, Zavara. Hitting for 7 piercing damage.
Oh god. I hate swarms.
Sorry, I need to clear this. There we go.
Geez, at least my sprite is fast.
So everyone that goes before the swarm of bats is not surprised, but everyone else is. So your sprite is not surprised, which means Varus is not surprised because it's sprite.
Yeah,
told him.
you have to do initiative for.
Yeah, where is the sprite? There it is. Let me add its turn.
Everyone else is like.
So the swarm of bats managed to attack Zavara, and that's its turn. Varus, you get one action before the next round.
I guess I will. I'm assuming that they're basically, if they're attacking Zavar, they're also right in front of me, correct?
Yes, sorry about that. Whoop.
In that case, yeah, I'll just go ahead and draw my short sword and take a swing.
And I believe that won't hit.
And since I can't draw both weapons in one turn, that is the end of my turn. I pass it off to Zavara.
The
I
swarm
guess,
of
is it?
bats. No. Yeah, so it goes to Zavara. She's surprised. Kerma's surprised. Will's surprised. I will roll his initiative real quick. Yeah, okay. So your sprite can act before the swarm of bats if you wish.
Sure, I'll have it fly over to the bats and provide the help back.
All right.
Yeah, that'll be its turn.
All right. The swarm of bats continues to attack Zavara because the GM's angry that he didn't take down her health earlier. Stop laughing at me, wife. My own wife is laughing at me.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
And that hits for 5 damage as it swarms directly over her, occupying her space.
Huh.
Varus.
Well, I assume if I take a swing at the bats, I'm now liable to hit her, correct?
Yes, they're directly around her. So if you don't hit the bat's AC, you might hit her. Of course, the bat's AC is lower than
Just
hers.
do it. Swarms must die. They're awful.
Alright. Feels weird to have given myself advantage from my sprite from like 3 turns ago, but I will go ahead and attack with my short sword.
With advantage, of course. And you get sneak attack because Zavara's in there somewhere. And you hit for 14 points of damage as the swarm goes below half health. Will.
Oh, I will bonus action attack as well.
Sorry, that's
Because
my
I've had
fault.
time to draw the second sword now.
That is my fault.
I'm
Wait, Will.
gonna use
Wait.
my Oh, okay. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna use my I forgot the name. My fire attack.
Sacred Flame.
Thank you. Yes, I'm gonna use Sacred Flame on the nearest group of bats.
Okay.
Technically not fire.
So, Zavara, you need to make a dex save as well, please. Nice. You take no damage as the bats burn up around you.
Crispy!
Zavara, it is your turn. You notice that there are some things creeping around the central tree trunk.
Hey, you things! Stop or I'll shoot.
No.
Okay, I'll shoot.
Do you have line of sight to them?
No. I'll move, maybe.
Well, it's your turn, so you should move.
Obviously, she's just going to wiggle her longbow around and do one of those. What is
Curve
it,
the bullet?
Wanted? Yeah,
Yeah.
curve the bullet.
Bleh. This is not a restful rest.
No, not really. You thought it was safe up here, but apparently the heart of Ubtao was pulled up with zombies on it. That's not good. You do hit, though, for 11 points of damage.
Put the thing on too. Yeah.
Okay?
And then I'll pass it off to a sprite, I guess.
Let's see. It goes to Kerma next, yeah.
I can't read.
Yeah, this fight is just so I will move. And I will use my Celestial Blast, which is just Eldritch Blast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it doesn't hit. Wait, no, it does hit. Sorry. For 1 damage.
Yeah.
Oofta.
I feel like missing would have been better.
Yeah. Okay. I guess the enemy's turn.
It's actually the sprite's turn first.
And you said we were aware of both of them, right?
Correct.
In that case, since most of the party seems converged to the south, the sprite is going to head up north. Let me just check on its movement real quick, because I don't remember. It has a movement speed of 40 for flying, so... yeah, it can just get there and provide the help action.
Okay. The zombie tries to attack the thing harrying it, swiping wildly. At disadvantage, 14 to hit. AC 15 though.
Yep, so it just misses. It's a second lucky miss in a... I think the other one was a crit too, wasn't it?
Yep. After that, the zombie continues to move 15 feet forward. This one, the lower one, moves forward towards Kerma and attacks him.
Nah.
Actually, trying to get... yeah, just moves forward and attacks. There we go. Suspicious. And hits for 4 damage.
Kinda. Just hits my ward.
Sounds good. As it passes to Varys. Varys, Will, and Zavara, you start to hear what appears to be a heartbeat. Thump, the thump, the thump, coming from inside the heart of Ubtao. Thump, the thump, the thump. Thump, thump. Varys, what would you like to do?
Well, on a note related to sounds, the thought occurs to me: do these zombies make any kind? Are they making any kind of noise at the moment?
Just little bits of groans, not much.
Do the groans sound anything like the noise we heard when we were downstairs?
Yes.
I am going to. I assume as a free action, I can tell my sprite something to.
Of course. Talking is
I'll
a free
tell my
action.
sprite to fly down into the cavern to check on Valindra. And in the meantime, I will close up on the zombie up north and give it a good swipe and a half.
All right.
My turn. No, not yet.
No, it's still Varus. Varus is making a swipe and hitting for 8 damage.
And with my offhand,
You know, with your sprite helping, you should do your offhand first. But you can't because you need to take a regular attack to get your bonus action in order to do your offhand. Psych. But I would allow you to do your offhand first if you wanted.
nah, we'll keep it fair.
I believe that still hits, though, for another 4.
And I will pass it along to Will.
Okay. I am back.
Welcome back.
So I will go right over here. What are those bats? Those
The
not
bats are
those
dead.
ghouls. Yeah, I'm gonna do my Toll of the Dead on that.
They're both injured.
Oh, what the? Are you kidding me?
On the top one. Okay. Let me get his save up. And he takes 1 damage.
Oof, that's gotta hurt.
What if it was at 1 HP? Then wouldn't you feel like the champion?
Right? These
I'd
creatures
feel so happy.
are wrapped in traditional garb of Cholt. Zavara knows what this is.
What is it?
A zombie.
Guys, it's a zombie.
She whispers to nobody in particular because Kerma is 15 feet away.
What?
Guys, it's zombies.
Say again?
Zombies. I don't want them to know that we know that they know that we know. Okay, I'm gonna move a bit. Bow, bow, bow. And then attack this guy.
And that hits. Let's see, for 10 damage total.
10 damages.
So DC 15 Constitution saving throw. As it crumbles under the onslaught.
Haha, take that, undead bitches. I will move my mark to the other one, I guess. And then pass it to Kerma.
You do have line of sight. Kerma.
I will start to make my way around in case there's more.
You don't see any on the backside, but you start to hear the thumping heart. The thump, the thump, the thump, the thump.
So, little
The sprite
buddy.
finally returns and lets you know that Valindra is meditating just above the squalid water in the middle of the heart. And the zombies don't seem to be interested in her as she sits sleeping for the night.
But there are zombies down there.
Yes.
Well, that's not suspicious at all. I'm just gonna have it hang by the tunnel down back in there again. I'm assuming it went down through the tunnel and not all the way down the stairs.
Yeah. There's several ways down in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have it hang there for the time being. I'm gonna try to sneak it down in there and do a little more spying while she's in her meditative stance.
Does the sprite have telepathic communication with you?
Up to 100 feet away, I believe, yes.
Okay. The sprite lets you know that there's this giant thing coming up through the aorta of the heart. It doesn't know what it is.
Nothing good, though, I would imagine, so... Yeah, it's not my turn, so I can't relay that to the group just yet, but that is good to know.
And as the sprite relays this information, the creature crests the large hollow tree trunk. And comes out beside Will and attacks.
Ooh.
Hitting once.
5.
As the zombie in front of Varys takes its turn and attacks. For 2 damage. Varys.
That wasn't very nice. I am going to counterattack. And because there's nobody nearby, I don't get sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I miss anyway. And I definitely miss there. Oobtow did not want me to have that hit.
Right?
But I will send my sprite stealthily down to spy on more of Valindra's notes and see if it can maybe figure out why these things don't seem all that interested in her.
Mm-hmm. So your sprite heads down. And it notices...
And if you'd like, I can make a stealth check for that as well.
Yes, it is invisible. Very nice. Valindra is truly meditating. She's not paying attention to you. But the sprite does see another one of those huge creatures downstairs. But it doesn't seem to be doing anything. In terms of notes and whatnot, there's not much more than you saw previously. It's just all her notes on the soulmonger and where it might be. Will.
I'm bringing out the hammer. I'm gonna knock it with the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
You're gonna get hurt with the hammer.
Sure is.
Try to trip it.
And I'm gonna hurt him again with my, not really the hammer, but this thing.
Alright, 6 and then Toll the Dead.
I like to imagine the Toll the Dead, you summon a spiritual bell and then hit it with your spiritual weapon.
Bing bong. Yeah, it takes that damage for sure. For a total of 12.
You done got the hit with the hammer. That's all. That's all.
You know, I just realized that offhand attack, not only was it 2 natural ones, but it was also a natural 1 on the damage.
That's funny.
Wow.
Zavara.
Pure skill.
Okay, I'm gonna move the bark to the big thing. And move
You
a
can't until it's
little.
dead.
Can't? Oh, right, that's right. I forget things. Alright, well, I'll just back up then. And attack the big thing anyway.
Mm-hmm. A hit for 9.
And then I will pass it to Karma.
Move up a little bit.
As you do, make a perception check, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
See it. And I will cast Sacred Flame on that guy. Okay.
It was already
Sure.
working to slam against Varys, and just as it does, the sacred flame passes by its shoulder.
Spread's turn.
Correct.
I am going to send the sprite to investigate the noise, or investigate the chamber where we first heard the noise, and see if it sees anything there.
It does, and that's where the zombie is. The large, huge, ape-like zombie is sitting, doing nothing, as if it has no commands. Two other zombies come up from one of the small holes towards you, Varys, and attack. Very poorly.
I'm just that good.
The huge ape-like creature, its fur desiccated and its muscles showing, rot festering in flies surrounding it. It moves past the spiritual weapon, maintaining engagement with will, and attacks the ranged archer. Sorry.
Does Will get attacks of opportunity?
No, because it stays engaged.
Ooh, that nat 20 though.
So, Varys, how's it going over there?
I have the feeling it's gonna get worse in a hot second.
Yeah.
So let's see here. That is 1, 2, 3. So that is a total of 23 damage.
No
Ouch.
bullying.
And it passes to the zombie in front of Varys that continues to strike at him.
Zavara still on her feet or no?
I think she's unconscious.
No.
Ouch.
Good
Varys,
night.
your turn.
Okay, shit getting serious, so I am going to go ahead and drop my offhand sword and go ahead and cast Shadow Blade. make an attack with it with my action, because it's a bonus action to cast.
All
And
right.
I'll target the guy that I've been targeting.
And that's a hit for 12 damage. It's DC 17 con save. Ooh, just barely. It goes down as the Shadow Blade rends through its body. And as that one falls in front of you, 2 more show up behind Kerma and advance towards him, attacking. One hitting for 4 damage. Will.
I'm just gonna leave Zavara there for dead. No, that's not nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, how's it going? Oh, you're dead?
Oh, you died a little bit. Boo-hoo.
Cry me a river.
I will not, because you'll drown me in it.
Oh, you good.
This is where Atherin would have played his shots fired clip.
Yeah, I haven't set up a soundboard. Maybe later. So I'll do it by hand. Shots fired! Shots fired! Scared the cat, sorry.
Here, I got you for 9.
That is a 10-minute casting spell. I don't think you meant to use that one.
Prayer of healing? Really? Oh, you're right. Fuck.
Just hold on.
Hold
Give me
on,
a few
hang
more
on a
turns.
minute. I got this. Hang on. Give me just a second.
There you go.
So it's a total of 10?
Yeah.
He healed you for your turn, Zavara. What would you like to do?
I didn't finish.
That's right, you have your spiritual weapon.
Doesn't make any difference.
I mean, it's pretty close.
You miss every swing you don't make.
Savira.
Okay.
Wakey, wakey.
Eggs and bakey.
So can I, like, move without attacks of opportunity?
Yeah, you would have to stand, and you would only have 50 movement left, and then you could disengage.
But how can I be engaged if I was dead?
The zombies engaged with you.
Oh, I see. So it's non-consensual engagement.
Correct. It is not a ring, it's a shackle.
The engagement just it's just an area. You're within his
Yeah, a
reach.
5-foot range.
You might even call it a 5-foot ring.
Except it's a square. So that's your disengage.
But I want to shoot him anyway. I just want to shoot him from further away.
You can move and take the hit.
You know, right away.
Shoot. I think disengage is an action.
Yeah,
Yes.
disengage is a full action. But she can
Alright.
transfer her hunter's mark over if she wants.
Yeah, alright. It's probably gonna just smash my face in again anyway, but we'll put the hunter's mark on him.
Hunter's mark is applied.
Also, for what it's worth, this thing looks pretty strong. I don't know if you want to position yourself quite right,
I can't
because
move
it's a
farther
long way
yet.
down.
That is a
Yeah.
long way down.
Ooh.
No, that's where I'm at. Kerma
Okay.
now. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
See you later.
I will
Alligator.
cast Armor of Agathis,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will move.
And they take their opportunity attacks. The first one gets the 5 from armor.
Let me put my little. Thing on.
Do they both get it from armor? Because the first one didn't eliminate it.
It did not.
The second one doesn't hit though.
Yeah.
Like it,
Oh,
let me double check. I think they need to hit me.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah, if it hits me.
So your armor should be at 2 points left.
Except that I get 2 ward when I cast it,
Ah, yes.
so it only actually takes 1. And that zombie takes 5.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
All right. This zombie tries to grapple Varys with its very meager strength. Sprite's turn. Still downstairs. Nothing else has moved. Nothing else is different.
Does it seem like the sound of the heartbeat is coming from somewhere, or is it just all around?
You realize that the sound of the heartbeat was the large four-armed zombie coming up the middle of the heart.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna have it start snooping around a bit more in detail in terms of any of the scrolls or anything on the bookshelf.
Okay, I will let you know what it finds on its next turn. This zombie tries to grapple Will. And does so successfully as it ends
God
its
damn.
turn. Well, technically it's contested. You can do athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Let's go with insight.
Ooh,
Ooh.
nice, but you still fell.
Wait, what? Oh, because 23.
Yeah,
Well, that's impossible to beat.
it's really strong. It's a giant gorillon. And then the second one moves down. Actually, no. This one will move over towards Kerma and attack Varys with a +2. It didn't need it though, as it deals 4 damage. Varys needs to make a con save, DC 10.
God damn it.
As your Shadow Blade dissipates. Whoosh.
That was a wasted spell slot.
Varys, your turn.
Get rid of my concentration token. Well, I guess I'm gonna pick my stupid short sword back up and attack the one next to Kerma, so I have my sneak attack bonus up.
A nice hit for 11 points as the zombie is bloodied. Exactly bloodied.
Exactly bloodied +1.
Nice.
I pass it along to whoever's next.
Well, the zombies are next, and they're advancing. They only have a speed of 20 as this one approaches right here, and then this one will go 1. And approach, and these two attack. only one hit for 3 damage. As it takes another 5 points of damage from Armor of Agathis, correct?
Correct.
The other one's much smarter. Will, it's your turn. You're in the grapple. You can use your turn to try and escape and still use your spiritual weapon, or you can attack. No disadvantage, I don't think. You just can't move. Will?
Thinking.
I'm giving you 10 seconds.
Okay, I want to get out of his grapple.
Alright. Make acrobatics or athletics.
I can't do either. My acrobatics is 0. My athletics was 1. I just did the athletics and.
You can
Well,
do
I
it
think
again. He has to roll
Yeah,
again.
he has to roll again too.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I don't think he can
Oh, boy.
actually roll lower than that.
It's a +4 strength, so the lowest he can roll is 5.
If you literally had a roll where you couldn't have possibly beaten it, and then you made a roll where he couldn't possibly have lost it.
Right? So you want to do your bonus action?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Hit.
nice hit.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Okie doke. I'm gonna move this way. And then would I hit Will if I shoot at it?
No,
I don't mind. Go ahead.
you would not. Nice hit for 8 damage.
Is what it can I cure myself too, or is that like a whole action?
To drink a potion or to use the charm. I'm gonna say the charm is a bonus action, but you don't have it because no, you do. You do. You have a bonus action. Potion of Vitality, but the potion of
Oh, yeah.
Vitality
Heal.
doesn't give you HP. Do you have any other healing?
Yes, I have spell, but that's probably the whole thing, right?
Unless it
have
says
Cure
bonus
Wounds.
action on. Yeah, Cure Wounds is a full action.
Okay. Well, I probably should have done that, but next time, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I pass it off to Kerma or whoever.
There he is,
Yeah,
surrounded
Karma.
by zombies.
I will cast Burning Hands on 3 of them.
Oh no, they got in the wrong position.
Not a great image roll.
As they all take 12 damage, one dies in front of you.
Ooh.
2 die in front of you, and the third is below half.
And then I will walk. Can I make it past this guy? Or does he block me?
He doesn't block you.
I will keep walking. Down to here.
Alright. Both of them take opportunity attacks. One hit for 6.
Alright, he takes 5 from me.
'Kay.
I actually get hurt. And that's it.
This zombie focuses on Varys with a slam for 19.
That'll hit.
And what I'm going to do is Sprite's turn first.
Oh, right, it was investigating the bookcases, right?
Oh, right. Yes, yes. So what you found is that there's another scroll of Arcane Gate. The Sprite could recognize that for you. But everything else is just literature on Omu, Ubtao, this Earth Moat, all that sort of stuff. She also found the Arcane Gate in the back right, and a small chest in the back, but nothing to indicate that Valindra is a necromancer of any sort.
Other than the fact that the zombies are completely ignoring her.
Correct.
Doesn't mean she's a necromancer, but it is suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I wouldn't expect to be able to do this on the same turn, but well, no, because I guess that was the results of last turn. So
Correct.
on this turn, I will have it check that chest, see if it is not going to try to open it, but just see if it's trapped.
Of course. Let's take a look. The chest is not trapped. And it's not locked even. There's no lock on it. It has nothing of that sort.
Does Valindra look like she's either deep in trance or otherwise distracted enough that I could potentially open it?
Yeah, of course. She's in meditation. She would need to make a perception check at super disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give it a shot.
Yeah, so you manage to open it, and it's just clothes inside. Nothing of importance.
I assume no blatantly red robes hidden in there.
BAM! No red robes.
And
I'll just have it rummage through and see if it can find anything hidden in pockets or anything like that, but in the meantime I can't think of anything else to have it do, so...
Okay, it's going to take its full action to try and search through there. Alright. And then the Garalan zombie is going to try and throw Will over the edge. So he's
Oh, no.
He's going to make a strength check to see how far he can throw him, and it's going to be DC 15 for the weight. He does manage to throw him over the edge, and that is where we're going to end our session. Will he die? Will he survive? Is there a way to come back from being thrown over the ledge of a heart 200 feet up in the air? Find out next time.
Is 24d10 a lot of damage?
Fuck yeah, it is. Have a great night, and we'll see y'all later. Wait, no, I can't use that. That's a different person.